Yella Beezy was recently arrested for MO3's murder back in 2020. They're charging him with capital murder. This is not a regular murder case. It's being said that the shooter, the alleged shooter, is the number one witness in the Yella Beezy trial. Nolove, how do you feel about Yella Beezy being charged in the murder of MO3?
Man, I want to first say condolences to MO3, you know what I'm saying? You know, dude had a real big impact on you know, on the hoods, man, you know, in Memphis and Texas, Alabama, like MO3 was one of our favorites, you know what I'm saying? But man, once I seen it, it made me get back into it because who would have ever thought that Yella Beezy was on it? You know what I'm saying? Who would have ever thought that Yella Beezy, because you know the type of music he make club music. You know what I'm saying? He understand how far drill music go. You know what I'm saying? And I think Yella Beezy, if he convicted and found guilty, I think he gonna take his time like a man. You know what I'm saying? He look at it like, if you start this shit and I end this shit, that's just what it is. But you know, everybody looking at him like he light skinned, his voice light, and he not really rapping about the sliding and the killing like Mo3 is. But you know, if we go back into history, we had Roy Lee, the comedian. You know, he died. You know, that made Mo3 go a little more harder. Then they turned around and killed Bubba at the gas station. You know, that made them go even harder. Then they end up catching him on the highway and doing it to him. You know what I'm saying? But let's take a look into Yella Beezy's mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? When Yella Beezy spoke on the interview and he showed his elbow and his leg, and you know, the bullet supposed to went through the bottom of his back up through his lungs. You know what I'm saying? So he looked at it like, once he pulled over on the highway and he jumped out in the interview, he saying he praying to God that he don't die. That man said he was panicking. Now he said that he wasn't panicking, excuse me. He said he wasn't panicking at all. He prayed and you know, he felt like he was gonna die, but he knew he was gonna make it through it. Man, you can't push no nigga to that type of point, bro. You know how they say, you push me to the edge, you hear me? Don't push me to the edge, you hear me? I believe that's what happened with Yella Beezy. You know what I'm saying? They hit that man 3-4 times and he felt like he was finna die, bro. So even if you ain't no killer, that'll turn you to one. You know what I'm saying? When you feel when you can barely breathe and your lungs collapsing, you don't know if you finna take your last breath. You know, and Yella Beezy say that he got a family that come from, you know, church and, you know, Christianity. So, you know, I feel like Yella Beezy is a stand-up nigga. But it took for something like this to happen for niggas to hooray that shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just saying they who ran it, but this what it take for mother to be like, oh shit, he wasn't bullshitting. You know, they say a scared nigga will kill you faster than a real killer would. You know what I'm saying? A scared nigga will do it to you first. And I ain't saying he was a scared nigga. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like Mo3 was probably sliding and, you know, pushing on niggas too. But at the end of the day, bro, like, you can't go in a nigga brain and see if a nigga really trying to get you erased off this earth. And it's some niggas that, you know, y'all be beefing and this street shit going on. It's certain niggas that mind be right there. They ain't busting on your partners. They busting on you. They trying to take you down. You see what I'm saying? So Yella Beezy, he knew that time was coming. If you see it in his energy and how he was trying to reflect from it, like, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. You know, whatever happened, it happened, man. You know what I'm saying? You can see it in his eyes, bro. He was already worried. And you know, one thing about leaving blood on this ground, bro, somebody got an answer for their blood. You know what I'm saying? Somebody really got an answer for their blood. You know what I'm saying? So now that he gone, sad to say, bro, you know, if Yella Beezy convicted, you know, he gonna live and die a slow death. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say that. But as far as Yella Beezy with this case, you know, they gave Yella Beezy capital murder. So for the folks that don't know, capital murder is you premeditated, you thought on this, you knew what you was doing, it came from you. So MO3 will still be alive today if Yella Beezy didn't pull that trigger in his mind. Most niggas look at it like the shooter is the one that done it. But nah, bro, that's why he got capital murder. He'll have first degree murder if they just looked at it like it was a, you know what I'm saying, just a normal killing. But he got a murder for hire. You see what I'm saying? So that's a capital murder charge. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get life without parole or the death penalty. Now, I'm going to tell you that now he's shooter. Now, I'm going to break this down to y'all because once again, we have seen this shit 1,000 times, bro. In a dog situation, niggas didn't get their money. When a nigga came on that lick, niggas didn't get their money. Why? Because the nigga that sent the hit, it's like once it's done, niggas freeze. Nah, if you a gangster nigga, you a gangster nigga, go the whole way. If I send a nigga on a lick and he hit it, I'm finna come back and whack him myself. I'm gonna do it myself because ain't no nigga finna tell on me. These walls can't talk. But if I put the bread on a nigga and you actually pull it off, now you go do your time. Now I owe you some bread. I got to fall all the way back. Cause now you know what I'm saying? I ain't thinking out of my emotions now. I was mad then, I was angry. I don't give a fuck what happened behind it. This shit gotta happen. So now you done came back to your senses and you done realized what you done. And like I said, most niggas, bro, they understand the situation and don't give a fuck. They don't care because they feel like I went wrong. But back to the hitter, let's look at where his mind is. If I go on this mission and I hit this man and you owe me some money, just like the system, if the police give you a deal and you go back on that deal, what they gonna do? They gonna forfeit it. It's off the table now. They gonna pull your card. Fuck you. The same shit happens in the streets. If you give me that bag and I go hit a nigga ass and you telling me you gonna give me the number that you said you gonna give me and I ain't got it yet and I've been gone 2, 3 years, 4 years, he got the right to cross you. Now he can't kill you. So what he gonna do? He finna tell on you. He finna go do 10, 15, 20 years and come home like turn against the wind. While you doing life with no parole. You see what I'm saying? So y'all gotta understand it's the same situation, bro. Niggas sending that shit, but they ain't following through with it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if I'm gonna get 100 years, if you gonna give me life without parole, you gonna give me the death penalty. Shit, I might well whack everybody. Let's keep it for real, man. Like I might well whack everybody. So you know, that's how that happened. So Yella Beezy, I would say he took himself down. You know, he went with a move that he wasn't hard enough to do himself because, you know, from Rainwater, you know, saying shit like MO3, you know, he was going missions by himself and shit. You know, when he was rapping and he rhymed and shit like that, he wasn't talking about sending no nigga. MO3 was out there on feet. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like Rainwater, bro. Like, I done got a whole assumption of this shit. I don't like Rainwater. Not saying I want to do something to him or hurt him. I just don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know all this shit about these bitches and niggas into it about females and Yella Beezy letting it be known, my nigga, you was the one that started all this shit. You the one that's going behind pillow talking. Yella Beezy wasn't the nigga doing all the pillow talking. But you quick to jump on these podcasts and these interviews talking about shit that you ain't got nothing to do with, bro. If you ain't pimping, bro, quit talking about pimping, bro. If you ain't no gangster and you scared of them real killers, wherever they at, Fort Worth, Dallas, Memphis, wherever, nigga, don't speak on them. Stay on the sidewalk, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Take a little girl to school, man, and put her backpack on, send her to class. Stay away from this media and this camera, bro. Cause a nigga done lost their life. You was his manager. So I feel like, nigga, you had enough power, nigga, to overpower 3. Nigga, if he love you that much to be on the phone with you while it's going down, before he lose his life, if he love you enough to be that close to you before he died, nigga, you were close enough to tell him, hey, bro, chill. But the whole time, Yella Beezy and y'all going back and forth, whatever it was about a bitch, it seemed like you the one doing most of the talking, bro. That's what you doing now. You doing a lot of talking about shit that you not engaged in, that you don't know nothing about, that you don't agree with. So leave it alone, homie. You done made your money, homie. 3 gone, man. Collect your coins, man, and go sit down, man. Get out the way. Cause you causing more problems, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, this ain't about him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like him. Because, you know, it be niggas like that that's in the game. They can oversee everything. Nigga, we don't want to hear that, nigga. Tomorrow, you couldn't stop 3. You couldn't stop him. Man, come on, man. But you can support this music and get this motherfucking bag off of it. So then nobody win, bro. Once again, these folk got families. These folk got kids. You know, how is these guys running up all this money and jewelry and opportunity to take care of not only they self and other families, but other families? Man, come on, man. Didn't nobody win. Roy Lee, MO3, Bubba, Yella Beezy, you know, the other 2 niggas that went on a hit. Didn't nobody win, bro. That little money gone, bro. That little money gone. So, man, stop the killing, man. Put the guns down. That's what I respect about Houston and Dallas, man. Them niggas will break them gloves out. Niggas ain't trying to kill a brother every time they see a nigga. But where I'm from, in my city, man, every man for theyself, man. Make sure your shoes tied tight, man. Your pants on your waist, man. You watching every corner. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit ain't no game. You know what I'm saying? We in real time moving around this bitch. Not just downtown. You know what I'm saying? But when Boosie went to Dallas and them folk pushed on Boosie, who was in the wrong? Was Boosie wrong for going out here in the E4 state and jumping into a man business? Damn right. So get what? Anybody can get touched, bro. This shit real. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't your time to go, it ain't your time. But the situation with Beezy right now, 200,000. That's his bond. His bond $2 million. So they really want 200,000 plus they want like 2 million in property. Yella Beezy ain't made no hits lately. He really been kind of out the way, hoping what this don't happen to him. So, you know, he got a lot of rich friends though. They can probably break their sack out for him. Who's to say? Yella Beezy can come home and fight this shit from the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, if they judge, you know, once they're DA, or they bring their evidence to their judge, and their judge sign off on that motherfucker, and they send that warrant out, it ain't nothing else to talk about. We ain't saying you did it, but you gotta come fight this. You know what I'm saying? And I think Yella Beezy already been preparing himself for it. So, man, RIP3, you know what I'm saying? Free Yella Beezy, because, man, everybody got a family, they got kids and shit, man. This shit bigger than a rapper, these chains and cars and shit like that. You sucker, stay off that. Ain't no love, man. Brr.